Hi guys, welcome to my channel where we talk about everything from tech to films and all the fun stuff in between. So let's do this. Let's see how far we have come down the evolution road of the PlayStation by comparing the latest PS5 with the last gen PS4 console. And find out if the latest and the hottest and the insanely difficult to find PS5 is truly worth all that hype. Before proceeding guys, please like this video so YouTube algorithm will push my content to more viewers, and whilst you're there, please hit that subscribe button to show your support so I can continue making fun and informative videos for you guys. So let's get on with the video. First, let's look at the design. Announced in February 2013 as a successor to the hugely popular PlayStation 3, the PS4 did bring us something new. Being nearly 10 times more powerful than the PS3, the PlayStation 4 got rid of the curvy design of its predecessor in favor of more angular look. I here have the second iteration in jet black, and this was the one which came out with Uncharted 4, a Thief's End video game. And being a super fan of that game, that was the first time I bought this console and I pushed away my PS3 onto the shelf. The PS4's design was nothing revolutionary. It was more evolutionary, and the sleek angular profile was definitely easy on the eye, and it quietly slid into our entertainment centers without a fuss. Now, same cannot be said about the PS5. The design is far from being quiet or subtle. This is big, bold, and probably demands a new setup or a new entertainment system in your home. The design definitely grew over me, and I love the futuristic look. Not sure if it fits well with everything else I've got here, but every time I look at it, it feels like something from the future. And I can only wait to see the insane customizations which are possible by these interchangeable faceplates once Sony licenses them out to third-party manufacturers and they themselves start offering one as well. If there is an Uncharted faceplate, I would be one of the first ones to order that. And imagine if new games start to offer faceplates as well as a bundle deal. How cool that would be. Next, let's look at the most important thing of the entire PlayStation system, the controllers. The PlayStation 4 gave us DualShock 4. Again, a nice evolutionary view of that older DualShock 3 controller. This PS4 controller brought us longer stems for better grips and a touchpad, adding an extra layer of control to our games. It also introduced by far my favorite feature, which is the inclusion of 3.5mm headphone jack at the bottom. It really was super useful just to connect a pair of headphones whilst blasting away obstacles without disturbing your sleeping partner in the next room. The battery life is also amazing, which certainly helped with longer gaming sessions. The controller also brought us the share button, and Sony made a big thing about it during the launch. But I think besides game streamers and YouTubers, I don't think this was as important as Sony made it sound. But all in all, a very nice controller addressing all the shortcomings of the older generation whilst keeping the same aesthetics. Now, the PS5 controller gets a new shell, which makes it look more like an armor of a stormtrooper. It also gets a new name and a completely newer and path-defying internals. It is now called the DualSense Controller, aptly named as the included vibration motor along with the speakers and the adaptive triggers try to take your gaming experience to the next level. And boy, this is a winning combination, which makes us safely say that this controller is truly revolutionary rather than just being evolutionary. Sony really outdid themselves, and currently this is one of the biggest reasons to consider if you're still deciding to hunt down a PS5 unit. Next, let's look at a truly insane comparison point: actual game loading times. I have Miles Morales in the PS5 and SpiderMan in the PS4. Both games are at similar levels of completion. I played the main story, so let's load them at the same time, and here goes. I will try to load it from the start screen. So let's skip past all the messages and studio informations. And here, no gimmicks or cuts. It's straight up loading time comparison between both of them. You can really see how insanely fast the PS5 loads. Next, I'll try to load the same game on both the consoles, Resident Evil 2 Remake. And if you're unaware of this, then the PS5 supports most of the PlayStation games straight up. So let's load the game into the PS4 console first. Again, I'll skip past everything and time it from the start screen. Next is let's do that same thing on the PS5, and here goes. So you can see the same game and how much faster it loads on the PlayStation 5. Going back to PlayStation 4 or even the Nintendo Switch actually recently, which we got, the loading times are really so painful once you get used to these lightning fast PS5 loading times. All of this is thanks to that brilliantly custom SSD in the PlayStation 5. Game loading times are simply amazing. And you don't realize this until you turn the console on for the first time and prepare to wait for the game to load, only to be shocked pleasantly with the almost no loading time needed. Sony really outdid themselves here as well. Next, let's look at gameplay on both these consoles at higher refresh rates. Playing SpiderMan and Miles Morales back to back on both the consoles, I really appreciate the higher refresh rate. That swinging through New York towers feels super smooth and everything is very smooth and very sturdy. Whereas on the PlayStation 4, especially if you're playing it back to back, you definitely notice that slower frame rates and the jerky movements. Should we look at the interface on both next? The PlayStation 4's interface isn't that bad. It's easy to navigate with clean, big icons and the ability to apply themes so you can personalize the way entire thing looks. Now, PS5 took everything that is good with the PS4's interface and improved on it in almost every way. I like the new split menu system and the quick access tools at the bottom. Just a small thing, I more than often use the PS button on the controller to jump in and out of games and apps, and I prefer the round PS button on the DualShock 4 controller compared to the seemingly tiny PS button on the new DualSense controller. It's just a personal preference, that's all. Also, the PS5 does not allow you to apply themes and customize the background to your liking. The new PS5's interface is done in such a way that the app which you're currently using captures the entire screen, including the background. But still, being able to customize the color and feel of it would be nice, and maybe it can be added via a software update. Also, surprisingly, Sony hasn't added an internet browser to the PS5, whereas you can see it on the PS4. Not a huge issue, as there are apps for most of the things which you want to do. And you can also hack your way around to get to an internet browser via the instructions manual section on the PS5, but it's odd not to include a dedicated decent web browser on this truly next-gen console. Again, I think Sony will definitely address this via a software update. So that's the basic, performance-oriented, everyday gamer comparison between the last gen and the new gen PlayStation all done. So has Sony done enough to make the next gen console truly next gen? Have they done something more than just adding extra raw power? Clearly, the answer is an absolute yes. Besides having significantly more raw power than the PS4, both in terms of CPU and GPU capabilities, the PS5 also brings fastest in-class SSD, which loads games ultra fast, also throws in super smooth gaming experience supporting higher refresh rates along with 8K gaming capabilities, and then throws in 3D audio and tops it all with an insane new controller that just not looks great but feels great as well. So yes, the PS5 is an absolute winner, and no wonder it is selling out like hotcakes. But I'd still say do not pay scalpers, and you can wait a bit at the moment, as if you're looking for PS5 exclusive content, then it doesn't get any better than the included Astro's Playroom or maybe Demon's Souls if you're feeling nostalgic. So don't shell out more money than the RRP for this console. Do wait a bit until there is plenty of stock, so you don't have to pull out all-nighters to secure one. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you liked it, and if you did, please hit that like button, and please do subscribe and support me, and I will continue making videos for you guys. And as always, thanks a lot for staying with me until the end. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.